So you just got done modifying your first Texas Star. Been wanting to do one for a while, finally found the time to do it. Or you've been modifying these bad boys for a while. Or you don't know nothing about these amplifiers whatsoever. You just want to make sure everything's on the up and up. But basically a little tip and trick. Let's say you just got done doing a power wire upgrade. Or you're just wanting to make sure there's just not no dead short amongst each of these single 2 transistor sections in this amplifier. And at the same time, you're wanting to make sure, since this is an older version and no LED modifications have been made for the lamps up front, you want to make sure that each of your lamps is good. If you'll notice in the schematics, right here at this point, let's see, we got a little, sometimes you can't see this stuff till you get right up on it. There we go. I hadn't gotten here yet. With my air hose, which I'm about to be doing. But anyway, back on subject. You'll notice right here, there's 3 holes right here. That's carrying the connection of this hot bus under the board, leading over for the switches, for the lamps and the switches. And if my memory serves me right, for the power for the relays coil along with your bias. Okay. Here's a little tip and trick I learned on my own through much troubleshooting over the years. First, how to make sure you don't have a dead short. This is one I just recently done a power wire upgrade to. As you see, I got my negative lead into my ground side, my positive lead into my positive side. So it's looking at both of the hot buses on both boards and both of the grounds. Okay. We currently are using a Fluke 77. I'll move these around a little bit. But basically, what you're looking for is to have no continuity amongst these 2 sides. You're either going to show a weird floating number or nothing at all. Actually, that number will keep floating until it says nothing. But this is what we want to look at, the ohms. So as you see, we're in the mega ohms. It's floating because everything's real close down here. Basically, you're not going to have either no ohms at all or a very, very, very high number. Press your power switch in first. Right here, you're pretty much looking for 39 to 40 to 50 something ohms, a number this or higher. If you unremove that and press this, since this switch does work with all these switches turned off, you're going to have the same number a little higher. So if you notice, we're going to press the power switch in. Right now this meter is reading the actual lamp that's inside here. Let's let this know that that lamp is good. That lamp is on the up and up. This is your safest way you can check everything without applying DC power. So now we're going to press second switch in. You'll see it drops. Third switch, the ohms will drop even more. Fourth switch, the ohms will drop even lower. I'm going to release one, release another, release another, release another. And there you go. So whenever I get done with a project like this, I'll just sit here and quickly press the power switch in, press the next switch in, just make sure I see the ohms continuing to go lower and lower and lower. And to see that right there will show you all four of these lamps together gives us 11.0 ohms. You can do simple Ohm's law and see how much amperage these four lamps pull when they're all on at the voltage that you're currently on. Here's another quick way. We'll go to the diode, and you'll notice, since this particular meter I believe reads anything 50 ohms or lower as a continuity, you will get continuity until you turn the last one off. See? Next is just reading this simple diode to make sure that diode is good. You're going to take this and reverse those polarities. So what we'll do is we'll just connect our positive, our negative in to our positive, and we'll take this in and touch it to the hot bus on either side. We do that backwards. No, yeah, we need to put this to ground. I wasn't thinking. You'll take this and put it to ground. And there you'll be reading the forward bias voltage of the diode. And this diode that they use most of the time will turn on around 0.4 volts or so. Tips and tricks of these beautiful lamps we call Texas Stars. Gatekeeper, signing out.